and he was sat there with a towel, and he just whipped it off. He was about to get in the shower, and he sort of said, "You don't want to play for me anymore?" And I'm literally 4 yards out, and as I'm like in the net, I heard a load of fans singing "Swindon Reject." I was just on eBay every day, just literally searching everywhere,
for these boots.
trying to find just different rare boots. And then that's when sort of the whole sort of boot thing on Instagram, like all these different pages and stuff.
So, welcome back to Life for Kitman. We're joined, as you can see and probably hear in a minute, by Billy Bodin. Back at the club, where also, obviously Jonah's here. Say hi, Jonah.
Hi, Jonah.
Yes! He did it, first time this year. How are you, Bill? You all right?
No, I'm all good. Yeah, just buzzing to be back, really.
Love that. We're going to do what we always do.
Yeah.
Straight in to the fiver side.
Yeah. No
There's
worries.
your board, there's your pen,
Yeah.
there's your counters.
Right.
We're going to go 5 players, manager, kit.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You might not like some of the answers.
It's fine. It's fine. We know what's going to
So
happen.
in goal,
Something's got to
I've
be
got
mentioned at some point.
James Beadle. He's obviously in England 21s. I think they won this summer. But yeah, he came on loan to Oxford, and yeah, he was shot stopping with his feet. He was probably the best I've played with.
There will be some beeping going on because he just swore.
And then at the back, Ben Davis from Preston. Obviously, he had a good. Well, he came through at Preston, and then when I signed, he was sort of in the team. I think he was about 22, 23, and he literally made the championship look easy, really.
Yeah.
And then obviously got his move to Liverpool. So a lot of people were surprised, but if you'd played with him, you'd
Is he still at Birmingham now?
So he's on. No, he's still at Rangers, but I think he might be going back to Birmingham.
He was on loan, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, he was unbelievable. And then next, I will go Joe Allen.
It's not the first time we've had him, is it?
No.
Yeah, so played with him sort of Wales 21s, and then I think he played when I made my debut. But yeah, growing up, he was next level. Yeah, he was obviously in Swansea's first team, I think, at like 17, 18, playing every week. So yeah, he was very good. And then next to him, I'll have Ben Pearson, who was at Preston with me. And yeah, he's everything you want in a centre mid. He was good on the ball. He probably got booked a bit too much. I think he got 18 bookings one season, but
That's it.
but yeah, on the ball he was a joke. He was quick, he was strong, loved to tackle. So yeah, and everything you need in a centre mid, really. And then probably the easiest one, Gareth Bale. Made my debut for Wales, and he was playing, and just that sort of 2 weeks training, and in the games he was just a different level. Just everything about him, and then he was also the nicest guy ever. So
we've been.
Is Johnny Williams around?
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, so I played with Johnny sort of from under 17s all the way to sort of 21s.
Really? That's incredible.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
What a guy.
I didn't even think.
yeah,
about
great guy. And then and then he obviously went straight into the first team. I think I must have gone on to Torquay at the time, so picked up a few injuries, and then I sort of drifted out of it a little bit, and then managed to, when I went to Preston, made my debut for Wales, and well, everyone knows how good he is.
He's a joke.
But yeah, he was also a really nice guy. So yeah, that's my five-a-side team.
Niceness five-a-side team.
Yeah.
We often talk about the niceness 11 and the nicest people that we work with are making an 11.
That is a good team.
A gaffer?
Tough one. I would have to say, another swear word, but I'll write it. Liam Manning.
That's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Obviously he came in, I think we nearly got relegated the season before, and he came in towards the end of the season and just got us playing completely different to what we had been, and we were playing nice football as well at the time, which suited me. So yeah.
Obviously, had an unbelievable year last year as well. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
He's done incredible.
Yeah, he's obviously gone on to. I think he done really well at MK. Obviously, Twiney was there, and they just missed out. And I think he probably could have left at that point. So when he got the chance, I think he sort of jumped at it really. And now he's in the champ. So yeah, good manager.
Excellent. And a kit that these boys would play in?
I'd have to say my last Swindon one, probably in the corner there. The 11-12 season. That was
the home one.
That was
long sleeve or short sleeve?
Do you know what? I'd never got to wear a long sleeve.
Did you
not? Nah. So I always wanted to as well.
You don't really see them as much.
No, you don't. But yeah, I would have probably picked long sleeve. Yeah,
it looks nice on a long sleeve. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Now that season was definitely my favourite sort of kits. I think.
Kits.
Home away.
Front,
very nice.
Yeah, the away one was
Gareth Bale in that kit.
Yeah, he'd suit that. Adidas. Just looked like Wales, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly that.
He'd be used to it.
Got a Wales shirt behind you.
Yeah.
That was from Johnny Williams. Up there as well.
Yeah.
What a team?
Yeah.
It's pretty good, isn't it? I mean,
I'll take that.
His career speaks for itself.
He could just be on his own, really, couldn't he? So,
but
I was going to go a bit more attacking. Yeah, I know.
He's incredible.
I don't think people realise how good he was when he was sort of coming through. Obviously,
we've got his shirt here somewhere, haven't we?
Joanna's, we got the Swansea. We could have put that up if we didn't even think about it.
But yeah, like I said, I don't think people realise how good he was. Obviously, he went to Liverpool at sort of early 20s.
Yeah, joke.
Yeah, that sort of says
that
everything.
Swansea team was mad though, wasn't it?
Yeah, they were.
They just flew through.
Yeah. Well, did they beat Reading in the playoff final?
Everyone.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and then they just.
I remember that game.
They stayed in the Prem for God knows how many years after that. So
got to the fight. They won the League Cup, didn't they? Around that time.
Yeah. Nathan Dyer and Routledge. Yeah, they had a great team.
And managers as well. They always had.
Yeah.
Brendan Rodgers and Roberto Martinez.
But
we've gone on to our stupid careers.
Yeah, and I obviously in the Wales 21s I knew a couple of lads who I used to room with, and they were at Swansea, and they used to just always talk about how good he was.
Everyone would talk about him, and even when we saw him in that game, played a pre-season friendly last year, was it last summer? At Swansea, and he was playing, and he was just light years ahead.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
So I'll take that as a team.
There we go. What a team.
Yeah.
Love that. Right, let's put that to one side.
Well, we stopped talking about Swansea anyway.
Yeah.
Let's stop doing that.
Let's talk about you and first of all, you coming home, full circle really. How did that sort of come about? You coming back?
Yeah. So there was a little bit of talk maybe last summer. I was sort of thinking about it, and then I got a chance to there was a couple of teams in the end in League One, which I always said I'll try and play as high as I can for as long as I can. So obviously the Burton move came about, but then as soon as I was sort of not in the plans for this season, it was a no-brainer really. I spoke to the manager, I think, in the summer, and straight away that was sort of what I wanted to do and wanted to come back. It took quite a while, but thankfully I'm back home.
It's been weird, for us in this job now, really. The amount of players that we both watched as fans. We were just talking a minute ago, like Paul Caddis, yourself, Charlie Austin, Michael Doughty. There's been so many. So. Yeah,
I know. I could go through so many players, not just the ones who have shirts up hung here, but my time at Swindon, there was so many good players who have gone on to have unbelievable careers. Do you know what I mean? So
been out Matt Ritchie as well.
Yeah, Matt Ritchie. He used to always give me his old boots. So he used to make sure they were clean.
Is he 6.5 as well? Is he?
He was, I think. Yeah.
We'll come on to boots.
Yeah. But there was so many. Obviously, Jonathan Douglas, Gordon Greer.
Oh.
So all these players sort of were in the first team as I was sort of starting to get to train with them or in and around the team. So to be able to come in and learn off them boys and train with them sort of now and again, and then obviously when I did get a pro, just training and being with them every day. Billy Painter, he was another, and he's one of the funniest geezers I've met. Yeah. Cy as well, obviously. So around that time it was just a great club to be at, really, with great people as well. So I was pretty fortunate to be with some really good players.
And has much changed since you come back, I suppose?
to be fair, this used to be our gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we used to use that as over there where the two pillars are. That was the head tennis court. Yeah. So apart from that,
I got a vague memory of I was showing you our mascot shirt when I was 4. I got a vague memory and a picture of me stood in here somewhere. And it was a gym. So other than that, I suppose not much has changed. Really.
The changes a little bit, but.
So only really like a tidy up and like a paint area.
Yeah, a little bit of lick of paint. But we used to get changed in the away dressing rooms every morning as the youth team.
Of course.
So
they still do.
Oh, they still.
Yeah,
So when I went in there last week, it's changed a little bit, but it brought back a lot of good memories.
In between that, you've been sort of everywhere, haven't you?
Do you want me to run through?
Yeah, you're better.
Are we ready? Torquay, Crewe, Northampton, Rovers, Preston, Burton, Reading on loan, back to Swindon.
Yeah.
I mean, there's an obvious thing that we've left out for obvious reasons, but yeah, you've done really it's a bit of a you went on loan to Torquay from here, didn't you?
Yeah. So it was a strange one because I started the first game of the season under Di Canio. I think I played 3, and then they brought in Leon Clark. And possibly, was it Lucas Magera?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I remember that penalty he scored at Port Vale.
Oh my god. What was it? Chet International or something?
Yeah. So
that's what we were all told.
So they brought them in, and I was a bit like, oh well, I'm obviously not gonna get a game. I was playing as a number 9 back then. So I didn't really want to leave because I played the first 3-4 games.
Yeah.
And then I went on loan. I don't think the manager. So I've got a story. I went in to sort of say to Di Canio, should I go on loan? What should I do basically? And he was sat there with a towel and he just whipped it off. He was about to get in the shower, and he sort of said, "You don't want to play for me anymore?" And I was like, "Well, no. I'm just asking. There's 2 new strikers. Is it pointless me being here? I want to play." It ended him walking into the shower saying, "Just go on loan then." So that's how that chat ended, and then probably 3 or 4 days later, I was out on loan.
Because he's almost making out there that if you hadn't have gone in there, you'd have still played.
I know.
As if it's your fault that you've got an asked him the question.
And the thing is, I knew. I don't know if I've started the first 3, then we had Oxford, which I was looking forward to, obviously my first derby, and I was in the stand, so I was a bit like, hold on, I've played the first 3
and now you're not,
and now I'm in the stand.
So
and then they brought in 2 new strikers, so I knew I probably wouldn't get much game time.
Mehdi Karouche was up front for that game.
There was another striker. There was Alan Connell.
Yeah,
he was good. I used to like him.
He scored early on that game. I think we had Crewe at home or Rotherham. He scored.
But Mehdi Karouche would go out and have a fag at half time. I've heard this story a lot.
Well, I think he did. There's a lot of truth because I don't know who it was. Someone went to pick him up from his hotel in town once, and they went in his room and there was cigarettes everywhere. So it probably is true. But there was a few at that time. I remember I used to get the bus home, so I'd walk into town, get the bus with a couple of the youth team boys or the young pros, Will Evans, and I remember seeing the Italian boys just sat in a coffee shop, just espresso and a fag in their hands. So it's obviously a culture thing. I think in certain countries that's accepted, but we were sort of pretty shocked when we seen the lads having a fag.
It's not ideal, is it?
No.
It's not what you want.
Obviously you had your first loan at Torquay. How was your first loan and going down there?
So basically I got told on a Thursday. I met them on the M4 at Junction 16, got on the coach and we had Dagenham away. And I'd literally never trained with them. I was on the bench the next day.
Did you know any of the boys? Or?
I knew one. I don't know if you remember Lloyd Macklin.
Yeah.
So Lloyd was at Torquay at the time.
I'll tell you what, he was on the front of a FIFA game.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
He was. But the picture was from Wolves away.
Yeah, I remember that game. Yeah. So he was at Torquay. So I met him on the Junction 16, travelled to Dagenham, came on the next day and won a penalty and we drew 1-1. So that was literally just chucked straight in at the deep end. Didn't know anyone apart from Lloyd. And yeah, I was playing a slightly different position. I was sort of playing wide right of a 3 up top. And yeah, really enjoyed it. It was strange because a lot of these lads had come from non-league or always been in sort of League 2, where I'd been around first team players who'd played for Leeds, and do you know what I mean? So it was
because we had a proper
there was 5 or 6 Leeds lads, weren't there, the couple of years sort of before that. So it was a totally different sort of environment. I remember you had to wash your own training kit, bring your own lunch, and just little things that you took for granted being at a bigger club like Swindon. It sort of made me grow up a little bit.
Yeah, something you probably in a way sort of needed as well.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'd never lived away from home, so
that's what
going down there, it definitely made me grow up a little bit. And then I started scoring and doing well. So it was a perfect loan for me. And then I think I came back start of Jan and got straight into the team again here. And then the same sort of happened. I think they brought in a few others. I scored a couple, scored my first goal. I think I scored 3 in the space of sort of a month or 2, and then found myself out the team. They brought in some more players.
What did we go through that year? It was like
something like 50 to 60 players.
I think 60 odd, wasn't
it? Stupid.
So I was in the same position again, and basically got told you can go on loan again. So back then you could go on loan in March, I think it was.
Yeah.
So it was either Dagenham, who were near the bottom, or they wouldn't let me go to Torquay again. I don't know what. I think that was because Torquay were up there at the time.
Right.
So Crew were mid-table, and I thought, they try and play good football. They play young lads.
They always have done, to be fair.
They still do as well.
Yeah. So it suited me at that time. I went in, and I think we were unbeaten in 10 maybe, and we got to the playoffs. So that was another good loan. But so at the end of that season, I got called up for Wales first team, and basically the Crew manager at the time, Steve Davis, his name was, he sort of said, "You've played the last 8-9 games, like we're in the playoffs, I don't want you to go away." So told Chris Coleman, obviously he was fine about it, he knew we were in the playoffs.
Of course.
And then I got to the playoff semis and I didn't start, and I was gutted, like I could have gone away with Wales or whatever. And then he went, "No, don't worry, we're just changing the team, like you'll be back in." And then we got to the final and I wasn't starting again, I was on the bench. So I was gutted because obviously I missed a chance to. I think Wales were going to New York to play Mexico, so I missed out.
And who were you playing in the playoffs?
We were playing Cheltenham in the playoff final.
So you had a night in Cheltenham, not in the team.
Southend. Sorry, in the semis. Southend in the semis, and then.
So you had a night in Southend, not in the team.
Yeah, basically.
Instead of going to New York to play against Mexico.
Yes. So I was gutted with that, and then I didn't even get on the pitch at Wembley. So the whole missing out the Wales trip, I was gutted in the end.
So just before we go to the next bit.
Yeah.
You talked about like first time living away from home and that. Obviously home is with your dad.
Yeah.
Who is obviously a club legend, been on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, brilliant guy. What's it like to grow up with a dad like Paul Bodin? How mad is it as a kid?
It's strange because you're just so used to people in the street stopping him in Swindon, Swindon especially.
Yeah.
Always talking to him, calling him Zippy, and I used to think, what are they calling him? And then to grow up just knowing that everyone sort of loved him was weird. But then becoming my coach, then coming through the sort of the youth ranks, and then he became the youth team manager.
How's he done that? Because I run my kids under 8s team.
Yeah.
And that is hard work.
Yeah, no, I know.
With your own son in it is hard work.
Well, to be fair, so he became my coach. I think maybe under 10s, under 11s.
Yeah.
And to be fair, people used to think he probably treats you different, but if anything, he was probably harsher on me. and then when I got to 14 or 15, I think he then did the under-18s.
Right.
So yeah, it was weird, but it was all I ever knew. So looking back at it, I feel like it was probably a weird time, but
it was just normal to you.
It was normal to me. So when we'd get home, he wouldn't really talk about football or my football at the time too much, but we just constantly watched football. We loved Spanish football at the time. Obviously, every Sunday they'd always have La Liga on.
Unbelievable.
So that was.
What a time it was.
I know. So the Spanish football back then was massive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was every Sunday. So we just constantly, any game during the week, I'd always want to watch. So I was just picking up things. He obviously, not that he tried telling me stuff or coaching me at home, but just little things that he'd talk about which he'd seen on telly. I'd always sort of probably take on and try and do in a game or in training. So no, it was great to have him as my dad, and
I assume
and
as a kid you came here to watch him.
Yeah, so I think one of these 3 shirts up here, I think I wore them as a mascot when I was younger. So I do. It's hard because I was only probably from when I was born to 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So I just little things I remember. So I remember sort of being a mascot, and then I just remember sitting in the Arkles just watching a game. Don't know what game. I just remember watching games. So and then when he actually retired and went to play for Bath right at the end of his career, that's where I sort of remember most of his football sort of. So I was gutted. I sort of missed the Wembley and the promotion.
Yeah, I was
years.
looking earlier because I was like, how old would he be? Would he have even been born?
Yeah, no,
you were like 1.
Yeah, I think I just turned 2, so I think I was at my nan's that day. So the main sort of time of his career I sort of missed, but everyone tells me obviously how good he was, and especially the Wembley day. It was great to have him as my dad, and obviously as a coach as well, because I think if you ask a lot of the boys who he had in the youth team or even all the way up, he was a very good coach as well. I was just lucky, I think, to have him by my side really throughout my sort of early teens all the way into my sort of early 20s, or when I left, 20? So I feel very lucky that he was there to sort of guide me and help me and coach me along the way.
Now he gets to watch you back here.
Exactly.
Travel.
Yeah, well, I think
not that you were too far, but
no.
He did radio, did he?
Yeah, he still does. I think not this week, the week after he's doing the radio.
Yeah.
So I was going to say he could be with my kids watching me play, hopefully, but he'll be up in the gantry commentating. So,
Right, if we fast forward your career a bit, obviously a main bolt where you did well was obviously Rovers. You had a promotion there.
Yeah.
You played over 100 games and scored 37 goals.
Yeah.
That might not be right. That's what I've read.
Yeah, no, maybe I don't know if it was 39 goals in 109, but I don't know if that's cup.
Yeah, when you look online, it's all
I know.
different.
Yeah,
it's different on every website.
But
that was a massive part of my career, to be fair. After leaving obviously Swindon for such a long time, I went to Torquay thinking I might kick on again and maybe get back to a higher level, but I had a big injury. I didn't have a club for like a year, I think, pretty much a whole season. I didn't have a club, and luckily, Bristol Rovers took me on trial. I knew a few of the lads from Torquay who were there, and I went on trial for a couple of weeks. Scored, I think, a hat-trick against Siren in a pre-season friendly, and they offered me sort of straight away sort of a month-to-month contract. So I was a bit like, how does this work?
30 days. What do you mean I've only got a job for 30 days?
And then I think within 2 weeks I made my first start, scored in my first start for the club, and then kicked on from there. And I think they offered me till Christmas, and then I scored another couple, and then they offered me to the end of the season. So in that sort of month, I think I got offered 3 contracts.
Mental.
So it was a mad. I literally went from not having a club to going on trial to playing and scoring. So Yeah, no, it was a massive part of my career because, like
Was it 4 years?
I think I had 2.5 years. I had.
2.5.
Yeah, so I literally went from jobless to sort of playing every week, scoring. I think I scored 13 3 years or in 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Sorry, I scored 13 one season, 13 the next, and then 13 in half a season.
Yeah.
Before I left for Preston. So yeah, we just had, obviously Ollie was there, Mildy. Yeah, I used to drive in with Mildy every day, and yeah, he
must have been interesting.
Yeah, it was a very interesting drive-in.
So it was. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I was going to ask another question.
Oh.
That's fine.
But yeah, no, that was a massive part of my career. Really, it was where I sort of got given a chance, and sort of from the disappointment of sort of Torquay, we got relegated my last year, to all of a sudden being jobless, to then sort of get back into it, and all of a sudden I'm playing every week, scoring and doing well.
Double figures 3 years in a row.
Exactly, yeah. So yeah, it was. I think the manager and the team we had, just everything sort of gelled into one.
Who was the gaffer?
Darryl Clark. Yeah, and we had sort of players like Matty Taylor, who went on to.
Another one that's been at every club around there.
Yes, yeah.
He hates us too.
Yeah. And then you had Ellis Harrison, another one who scored a load.
He's back there
and got
now, isn't he?
Yeah. So yeah, we just had a great team at that time, which sort of, it was a good balance of sort of young lads and sort of experience, and yeah, we went on a run after Christmas to get promoted, and yeah, it was just a really enjoyable time of sort of, if you asked anyone in that team, they'd all say it was a really enjoyable time.
Mildy always reminds us of it, and Ollie's obviously mentioned it a few times. Speaking to it. You scored against us one year, didn't you?
I did.
I got a memory of it.
Yeah. And do you know what? I've mentioned this.
Definitely there.
So there's someone who on Twitter, I don't know his name. He always hammers me about my celebration.
That doesn't sound like Twitter.
So yeah, I'll talk you through it, because there's a reason why I did what I did, and I always regret doing it. But basically, in the game, I think there's a cross came in, and I was about 5 yards out, and I've chested it down, smashed it, and just thought, oh, it's a goal. And I always said to my mates, I remember my mates the night before coming around saying, you're going to celebrate, and I was like, nah, obviously not, I'm not going to. And Lawrence Vigouroux has somehow got a finger to this shot, tipped it round the post, and I'm literally 4 yards out, and as I'm like in the net, I heard a load of fans singing Swindon Reject, and from that point I was like, oh, you bastards, like I was fuming.
Yeah.
And then literally 30 seconds later I've scored, and then that's
so
why
fresh in the
it was still fresh, yeah. So maybe if it was like
20 minutes later, you'd have calmed down.
I probably would have forgot about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was literally from, I think we had the corner after they said it got cleared, and then I don't know if we won a free kick, and I chipped it back in and then scored from there.
Yeah, I remember
I know so many people used to I think they asked my dad, they asked me, why'd you do that? And I was like, oh, I should never have done it, but there was a reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, something I regret, but
sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, there's someone on Twitter who never lets me forget it. So
really?
Yeah, all the time he. Yeah.
I know his name, but we won't.
If he's watching, there's the explanation. That's what.
Yeah, I apologise.
He's sorry.
Yes, I am.
How was that? Obviously, getting promoted. Obviously, we got promoted at Swindon, but that year was a bit different for you because sort of you weren't here the whole year.
Yeah.
How was that?
The promotion year under Decanion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was weird because obviously I felt part of it to a certain extent because I've sort of started
some goals.
Yeah, scored a few, started a few, but then I had a successful spell at Torquay where we were always sort of in the playoffs all year, and then I obviously then came back, played a bit again, and then to go on loan to Crewe, who could have potentially got Torquay in the playoffs. It was a bit of a weird. It was a weird time because I knew Swindon were top. So I'm
3 teams that are both
so it was like I could potentially get free, but
medals.
3 medals in one, yeah. So, yeah, it was a strange time, but I think because I went on loan to clubs who were doing well at the same time, it sort of, I don't know, it didn't really change. And I always knew we were always going to get promoted here because how good we were. So it was like I never really worried about Swindon much because I knew they're going to get promoted. So whenever I went on loan, my aim was just to focus on that team because I knew as a chance I could get 2 promotions here. And thankfully, although I didn't play in the final at Wembley, I still I think I played 9 games for Crewe that year, and got a promotion medal. So in the end, I ended up with 2 promotion medals in 1 year.
It's not bad, is it?
So yeah, it was a weird season that year.
Obviously, that year at Rovers, you had an even bigger part to play in the promotion, really.
Yeah, so that was another great year. Like I said, I've come from not having a job to all of a sudden playing, and same again as Crewe. We were sort of mid-table after Christmas and just went on a massive run.
So many teams that do that, isn't there?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think it's always sort of the outsiders that creep in, and to be honest, we probably would have been happy with the playoffs. And the way results went in the last sort of 2 weeks of the season, somehow we ended up creeping in. I think Accrington needed to win, and for us to get playoffs, and we needed to win, and them to draw or lose. So. And we ended up scoring the 97th minute or something. Our left back, for some reason, is in the 6-yard box, and he scores a tap in, and it was.
Rovers always have like a mad way of going up.
So
like they had it a couple of years ago where that was 7-1 against Scunthorpe.
Yeah,
7-0.
that was it. Yeah.
And obviously Northampton were up at Barrow, thinking like there's no chance that we don't go up.
I know. Yeah. So there was. I think it was probably about 5 years in between them 2 promotions, but equally as mad as the other.
They always have something mad going on at the end of the season. Like I remember the League One year that we were at Millwall on the last day. Obviously they had a mad run. They were at the bottom of the league, and like we were just talking about runs, they ended up in the playoff.
Are you on about Millwall that year?
Yeah.
No, I remember.
And we went.
They were at Leeds, weren't they?
Yeah, we went 1-0 up.
We went 1-0 up, and Rovers went 1-0 up. We were like 3rd.
Oh, okay.
And then
the
Leeds
year
come
Billy
back and
Painter and Charles scored at Leeds. Yeah.
And then Leeds come back and won their game, and we ended up losing to Millwall and ended up in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But for about 20 minutes, we were 3rd because Rovers were winning at Leeds and we were winning at Millwall. And we ended up.
I know, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Yeah. They obviously. But that was another mad year. Obviously, I was only about 18 that year, the Wembley year, and then obviously the miss at the end. That was.
God.
You could have put your mortgage on him.
It's just
scoring.
Still painful, isn't it?
I know, but it's just mad how football, those small moments in football can change everything. But
Anyway, swiftly moving on from that, we've got some of your boots in front of us here.
Yeah.
Obviously, you come in and first day you bought a few pairs of boots and then
a
little bit old school, and then you started talking just about boots and
showing us pictures.
You love boots.
Yeah, no, I'm just a bit of a boot geek, to be honest. I don't know why. My old man always wanted me to wear black Puma Kings. Obviously, that's what he wore during his.
Of course. So that's why.
That's why I wear pink boots. But no. So I think I always got attracted to different boots because he wanted me to wear these big leather Puma Kings, and then World Cup '98. I think I just turned probably 7, and I remember the original Ronaldo R9.
Yeah.
He had these silver,
blue, yellow. Yeah.
And that from then on, I was just obsessed with boots. So I'd always try and get whatever Ronaldo was wearing.
Yeah.
The R9, the real Ronaldo.
The real Ronaldo.
Yeah. I'd always just try and get whatever boots he was wearing, and then throughout the years, I've sort of collected them. And
how many would you say you've got now? Roughly.
I've probably got about 50, I reckon.
You showed us a picture
stored away, and some, to be fair, I've sold a lot as well on eBay because the price you can sell them for is mad. So that pair I'm on about that sort of got me into boots, I got a couple of years ago when I was at Preston. When I got injured, done my ACL, I was out for a year, so I was just on eBay every day, just literally searching everywhere,
for these boots.
trying to find just different rare boots. And then that's when sort of the whole sort of boot thing on Instagram, like all these different pages started coming about. Yeah. And there was
big industry now.
Oh, massive! And at one stage, the lads at Preston was telling me like, you should start selling them, like, because I was getting other lads who wore older, maybe a boot from 2-3 years ago, I'd have to find them from, and I'd search everywhere, and I would not stop till I found them. So literally any player that wanted not a new release, I would have to go find them for that player.
Like a plug for boots.
Yeah, pretty much. So like, I used to sort loads of the boys out, and like I'd be searching like eBay America and finding all sorts over there. So that's, I've just kept the theme going, and I just love wearing sort of. I try and stick to a certain pair. This pair or that model. Sorry, but
Mercurials.
Yeah.
And do you always wear molds unless you have to wear studs?
So I try and wear molds in training as much as I can. And
these are like what, 2016, 17
model? They might have been 16 actually.
I think it was 16.
Yeah.
We love it when like players come in. Like there's not many players that are like that love boots. They're just a bit like,
I know,
have a couple for a year. And
I think Ollie's another one. He's got he's got a good collection.
I had a pair of these when I started this job.
Oh really? That style?
But the black with like the green stripes across. Charles gave them to me.
Charlie had all like Mercurials.
Yeah.
To be fair, he had some decent boots.
I remember he used to always.
I should have got those. They're in the cupboard.
Yeah. He's got like the lilac. The lilac ones.
The ones before them.
Yeah. He wore them on his debut at Old Trafford for Southampton.
I know they're lilac laces, but they've got a black tick.
Black tick.
Oh yes, I do.
Show you
no, I used to. So like, whenever I seen like people playing or it'll be on telly, like I'd spot exactly.
Yeah, because when you come in,
I knew.
They're not here, but you've got the
unbelievable.
Them in green.
Yeah, the lime green ones.
The lime green ones, and Ros Longjello that was here last year was wearing them, and you come in, you were like, yeah. Your right back was wearing them last year. This is what I mean. I'm a bit of a geek with boots. So like, as soon as I see a player wearing like an old pair, like I'll remember that forever.
It was just funny you had seen him wearing those boots.
I've got a mad memory. And I can vaguely remember what boots you wore when you were here before.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. That's a lie. He reckons he's got a bad memory.
No,
he remembers everything.
No, I've got a good memory. But like, I've got a good memory. Sorry.
I think you mentioned it.
Like the purple ones.
Purple, yeah.
And like but for you to remember that and not even have been here and just to see it.
I
even with like when we spoke to you like about like games and scores and like what's happened years ago.
Yeah, no, I for some reason I do have a good memory about pointless things. So if you ask my missus, she'd be fuming because I forget to take the bins out or do the dishes, or do you know what I mean? But yeah, with stuff regarding even trainers, so I'm big into trainers as well. So trainers and boots, my mum and dad used to be fuming because I'd always bring like boots in the house and clean them, and then my mum would be like, what is that smell? And then I'd be like, oh shit, like I'd have to go hide my boots under the stairs.
Had the boot room open and then somebody walked past and went, oh that stinks. I'm like, well, what do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a boot room.
It's just something I've always been interested in. I don't know why.
When you bought your shin pads in the other day, we put them out for the first time, I think it was at Eastleigh. And you were putting them out, weren't you? And you were just like,
what is this?
Because it's not even got the soft bit.
No, it's the complete opposite of boots. You don't care about your shin pads.
Well, see, there's another thing. Those shin pads, I think I got like 2 or 3 pairs about 10 years ago, and I've just kept them. But for whatever reason, I don't like it. You know when like it sticks out a little bit. Yeah. So I thought, what can I do?
So
I literally ripped the sponge out, and just use the little plastic to sort of be as.
Yeah, we hadn't seen that before.
No, so.
It's
good point though, to be fair, because
you know, like when it's a bit bulky and you try and get your socks up and it's getting in the way, and so the only way was to rip it off, and I thought, shall I use the sponge? But then that's not great protection. Although
pointless. Lots of boys do.
But it's better than some of the ones people wear now are like that big, aren't they?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
At least they're a normal size.
Yeah, talking about stuff like that, have you got any sort of like match day superstitions, anything that like...
So, for some reason, I don't know why I'd done it. I think it was in a reserve game at the county ground once.
Yeah.
We played Swansea and I put tape over my left wrist. Don't know why. I think I seen Cristiano Ronaldo do it.
Brilliant.
And I scored 2 that day.
So now you just take...
And ever since, that was it. I did that, and also I always put my right boot on first. Everything on my right side first.
Yeah.
So I'll go right sock, then my left sock. Right boot, left boot.
So many people do that.
Yeah, I don't know
It's
why.
mental.
I don't know. Even at home, like I'll put my right shoe on first. It's just habit now.
I just forget. I wouldn't even.
Yeah, and also my pre-match in the morning always beans on toast. Since I was probably 18, I reckon.
Yeah.
I've always had the same. Yeah.
How many slices of toast?
2. Yeah, always 2.
White or brown?
White. Yeah.
Nice.
And then, so when I was at Bristol Rovers, I don't know why it started, but I always had a bowl of Lucky Charms.
The cereal.
The cereal. So I'd have Lucky Charms and then my beans on toast, and that's stayed with me since 2015. So 10 years that's been going.
Lucky Charms.
So, yeah.
I didn't even know they still sold them.
Yeah. Well, they
Where
do
have
a
you
better
got-
one actually, Mateys. It's like a
Yeah,
cheaper version.
yeah, I've seen them. Yeah.
So they're
I've
actually
seen them.
nicer though.
What
yeah.
are they, like Lidl?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aldi,
Lidl.
Lidl.
I have to say,
Something
like
like
some cereal from Lidl and Aldi actually.
Yeah.
It's proper decent.
Yeah,
really
yeah. The
I found
meat.
out
The
Right,
meat's the
and
best.
this one,
yeah, the meat.
the Special K
Yeah.
from Lidl is better than
Yeah, yeah.
Kellogg's Special K.
Well, there you go. That's the same
It's
as
better.
Mateys and Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
The Mateys are
We're going to
better.
have to get some Mateys.
Yeah.
Jonah, we'll have to get some Mateys and do a taste test.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
After their
Definitely.
food review on Mateys,
Yeah.
we'll do that.
But yeah, like we are fascinated when you first come in with the boots. Like,
Yeah.
What have we got? We got like 6 pairs of boots at the moment?
5
Or 5?
I think so, yeah. So I've tried keeping the white and pink because they're like the rarest. I've tried keeping them for games.
Because you got them studs and molds. And
Yeah, so they'll be my sort of match day ones, and then any of the others. But like, if you look, like they're already sort of ripping in different places. I don't know if it's because of the age of them or
because they're 6.5s and they're
yeah,
probably
maybe
too-
yeah,
probably
and I
too small.
cram my feet into them. But I don't know if it's the material. They just
Are they,
the older-
are they harder or easier to find in that size?
just as hard now. A few years ago, but now they're what 9 years old. Yeah, I think they're just hard in any
Difficult
size.
to
Yeah,
find,
but like the good size is obviously like an 8, 9.
So-
People charge an absolute fortune.
So are these relatively new?
Yeah, they're like the new
So
model
these
ones,
are
aren't they?
the remakes of the ones that came out in 2000.
Everything's a remake now, though, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Every club makes a remake, like
Yeah,
Yeah,
remake
like,
shirt.
yeah.
remake
Yeah.
shirt, remake boot.
So like the only
We
difference.
can't say much.
The only difference is the sole.
Yeah.
So on the ones that came out in 2013, 14, they just had a different sole plate, and that was it.
I love how you know like every detail.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
So yeah. So
They're nice though. I like them.
yeah. No, I don't mind them, but I only ever wore them when they came out, and then when they re-released them, I thought I'll get them for training. So
Favourite boots, and they've got to be the Ronaldo ones, haven't they?
So yeah, so I wish I brought them. We'll have to do a podcast with me and Ollie
Just
and bring all our
boots.
old ones.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because when he was on, he said he's got
Yeah.
loads of boots.
So I've got like loads of the original Ronaldo ones stored
Yeah, he's
away.
pretty-
So I've got like pairs that I wore in training when I was here. Like I remember getting like booted by Aidan Flint, and it literally shattered the bottom, like the sole of my boot.
Oh no.
And I've still got them at home. Like, but they back then they were like 10 years old, so they're like 20 years old now. So they're like crumbling apart, and I've got them all like stored away. So
There's been many a player where they've brought their boots to me and they've gone, is there anything you can do with
Nah,
this?
there's-
And I'm super gluing boots
Like
with
those,
together.
the green Mercurials
Yeah.
that Roz had last year.
Yeah,
like,
They had
he
split right
literally
across the sole.
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
asking me
The
to
crack.
Yeah.
here.
yeah,
right across.
I think it was here or there or something.
And I'm trying
Yeah,
to
for
put
some
them back
reason they
together
give-
he
and
did
again.
not want to.
get rid of
want to
them.
give them up.
He wore them
No.
broken.
It's because that model is so comfortable. Once
Yeah.
you literally you wear them once, and they're a bit like tight and a bit, and then when you put them on the second time, they're just
Yeah.
I
like a
found that
glove.
with those new Predators I've got.
Oh really?
The first time I wore them, blisters everywhere.
Yeah, and then the second time they're alright.
Now, like a glove.
Yeah, yeah.
Unbelievable.
So that is.
This is criminal though. It's like the other day where I've walked in and he's got Vaseline.
What,
and he's stood there doing it. So I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
well, if you get blisters, yeah, fair enough. Each to their own.
Who was it said to me? I can't think. We were in a changing room, and I was like, I'm not going to wear my boots today. I'm going to wear my trainers in a warm up because
I actually heard Jake Tabor telling Harry Smith to do it, and I'm thinking, he's an experienced pro. I'm sure he knows.
Jake knows boots, though.
He does, yeah. He's another one, old school.
Yeah, he's got all the
hypervenoms.
And before, he was selling boots.
Oh, was he? Yeah,
he was doing that as part of a business.
Ah, nice. So that's why that explains why he's got old ones.
And he's got
he rocked up with all the new ones like fresh the other day, and we were like, what?
But they were old.
He's got
the old, yeah.
But they're like brand new.
Yeah.
But they're the old.
The old models, yeah. It's massive now. I don't know when it's sort of, well, I just remember when I was at Preston, everyone sort of going on all these different Instagram pages, and it was
lockdown was mad, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was sort of 2019, and then lockdown. It must have just
exploded. That's pretty much the start of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was because like no one could get any access to the club because there was no fans.
Yeah.
We really ramped up the TikTok. We'd done a bit before.
Yeah.
But then we really ramped it up and we started doing more stuff and showing people what we were doing and that. And that's what kind of grew to this.
When I first seen you two then. Because honestly, I remember going on to like, you know, when TikTok first got big, like just after COVID and in lockdown. And I remember seeing you two thinking, oh, what's this about then? And just...
That's amazing.
I know, yeah.
That's mad.
So for years I've always just like...
Where were you then?
Preston. Yeah.
I got reach, mate.
I'd be in the ice bath. at Preston watching you
us set up changing rooms and stuff.
That's one of my favourite moments ever. That.
Yeah.
Look how excited he is.
That's
brilliant.
That.
That's brilliant.
So anyway, that's enough talking of boots. We could probably talk all day. Talk all day about boots. But looking ahead to this season, then obviously first home game this weekend. First time that you'll be back out there. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. No. Buzzing. Obviously, I'll have sort of probably 8 of my family and friends coming to watch, and it's obviously I met my missus after I think I was at Bristol Rovers at the time, so it'll be the first time she's coming to a game here, and the kids. So so it's like like you said earlier, like a full circle sort of moment. So now my kids sort of get to be in my shoes from when I was sort of 5 or 6 watching my dad. Nice, So, and one thing as well, I never got to score in the town end when I was here last
Always
time.
down that end.
Was it always there?
It was either away or Stratton Bank. So, so hopefully I can get a goal at the town end. Yeah, that was one thing I always used to think. I never got to. I scored in like reserve games or youth team games, but, it's not the same, is it?
It's not the same.
And obviously that year as well, the amount of fans like piling in there. It was. So I was gutted that year. I didn't get to do it. So hopefully, maybe if I'm on the bench Saturday, I can come on and nick a goal.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to seeing you play back here. So look forward to that.
Any aspirations for this year for yourself personally?
Just to try and get. Well, firstly, try and get in the team. Obviously, I've missed a little bit of pre-season at Burton. So get in the team first, and then hopefully score and assist and help the team as much as I can. And at the end of the day, I think everyone wants to get promoted, and that's our aim. So hopefully we'll be up there come the end of the season and another promotion. That's what I think. That's what I'm aiming for, and what everyone else is.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
And have you got a quiz for us or something?
Well, I did have.
Yeah.
But I haven't got it on me. Because I haven't got my phone on me. So we won't do that. We'll do that. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do that as a TikTok.
Okay. All right.
At some stage.
Yeah.
And then, so go on the TikTok and watch out for that.
All right.
Because that'll come. Before we finish up though, we need to say a huge thank you to our sponsors. We've got Changing Room Essentials that sponsor the 5-side. They're our 5-side sponsors. They basically... You can find them on Instagram, find them on Twitter, everywhere else. That you can get grip socks, you can get footballs, you can get anything basically that your grassroots team.
Gels, ice baths.
Yeah, just everything. Ice baths a lot. Anything that your team might need, whether that's grassroots, professional, whatever. They've got everything on their website, and you can get 10% off with a discount code which is below this in the description. Alright, so click on that, we'll put the link, we'll put the discount code and everything else. And then our main sponsor, Match Worn Shirt, which we mentioned last time. We're going to do lots of content with them, we're going to do lots of good stuff, we're going to have shirts to open and everything else. So we just want to say a big thank you to them. And did we mention last time that we got something exciting coming on the wall? We did. We got something exciting coming on the wall, which is
not the next podcast, but the one after. We'll have a mural on that wall, so that'll be good.
With our faces there and stuff.
Nice.
It'll be cool. We got sent the render today, and it looks really cool.
Good.
So that's going to be really cool. And that's been sorted out by the people that have been sponsoring us since day one, in for free. They've been with us forever, and their help is always massive. So thank you to them. Thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you to Billy for coming on.
No worries.
And thank you to you guys for watching.
Yeah.
That's been the life of a Kitman. I think that's time.
It's been a pleasure to have you on.
Yeah. Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Brilliant. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.